there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hi, me. I'm Santa. What up?
hey,
What up?
Hey, Santa. Welcome to the show. Okay, so you guys just managed to clean up absolute legends there. Now, it looked a little bit hairy for a while, but how did you feel the matches went overall? Were you happy with your performance?
Uh, Not in the second game, I guess. Well, first game was okay. It was totally outpicked. Second game, it was totally outpicked by them. But third game, it was public. You know what does this mean? Public. You saw how much buybacks it was in this game. You saw the sections. Both teams played terrible, but our enemies played even terrible than us, and that's why we won. GG. And well, things things happens like that. Then people don't want to play seriously or something. I don't know. Well, it's don't look like I'll play it seriously. Fair game, I think.
Okay, fair enough. So, the last game was a bit messy indeed. I just want to talk about game number two, though. Like, really, game number two, like you said, you weren't particularly happy with your performance in that match. And what do you think
Yeah.
really went wrong in that match, particularly for you guys?
Well, I asked to pick Brute. I was pretty sure to stay good versus their double line, and because they got Forced Enigma. But I went with my team to Forest just to check it, so I didn't put Web at top, and then I put it, I just died, because the heroes waited me. Well, and after that first blood, everything went wrong. Well, anyway, I think we'd lost this game because we got pretty outpicked. Our heroes can't fight 4x5, and we got a lot of mistakes on lines, so we got outpicked. We fed them at lines, and that's why it was just a messy rape. Um, Bad performance by us, bad pick.
Fair enough then. I saw in the third game it looked like Absolute Legends had the opportunity to pick up a huge combo in the form of Nagasar and Tide Hunter and Enigma, and fortunate or unfortunate for them, they ended up not going for it. Were you absolutely worried about that? As it looked like they could have picked up a huge combo there during the drafting phase.
Oh, we picked Panda because it's really good counter to Masults and Disruptor with his with his ult too. So we knew they will pick Naga, but they didn't. We was ready for that totally. And we picked Void. Void also has Mass ulti. It was like a clash of Mass ultis if they picked Naga, but they picked Bone Fletcher. Mm.
Okay, so yeah, fair
I
enough.
think,
So your counter to your counter to big ultis is just to throw big ultis back in their face. Lots of big CC everywhere.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'm just seeing. Okay, I've got a question here from Bro Surson. Bro Surson, who says, "Dear Santa, what would you recommend for a player who is just starting Dota 2?"
Um, I think you have to play a lot, think a lot, do good things. Well, Dota is not that hard game as you think. You just have to be a talented player and play a lot. Well, the thing is, even if you don't have talent, you can play a lot, a lot, and you will be a good player. And if you are talented, you even don't need to play that much. But the better way is just to play harder. A lot of games, watch a lot of replays. Well, it's pretty default phrase, I guess, but it's true. You never be a good player without good practice and yeah, and thinking about your bad moves and watching your plays with your bad actions. It's really important. That's how you're starting to play better. You're not making mistakes that you made in last games, and well, you have to think a lot if you make fails. That's all.
So basically, practice makes perfect, and just to review your mistakes and
Yeah.
analysis. Okay, so I've got a question here from who is this here? Okay, Kyoto27 asks, "Are you thinking of taking up any other games as well, such as something like Heroes of New Earth or StarCraft 2 or League of Legends?"
No,
Somewhat
no.
trolling.
I will play only to Dota. I played Dota 1, then, now I'm playing Dota 2. I think the people who played Hon, LoL, or something other games just wrong. They betrayed Dota, and
Okay,
they are not
ouch.
uh, they are not true players. That's all.
Alright, spoken
Well,
like a true fan.
it was like Dota 1 was dying, and the weak people start to play in Con and LoL, but the strong one keep playing it, and now we're playing Dota 2. But the weak people just came back to Dota 2 because now it's have 1 million prize pool, 2 million I mean prize pool every year, and they're just playing for money. It's not about idea, it's not about they love Dota, they're just playing for money. I don't like it.
No, it's fair enough. You got some passion there. Now, obviously, question that's on everybody's minds: 6.75. What do you think has shaken up the game the most since this patch has come in?
Well, I think Magnus will be a pretty tough guy who will destroy your heroes. I think some member carry heroes like Anti-Mage, Furion wasn't nerfed enough. Um, some heroes was just destroyed, like Morphing or even Naga. I guess Naga, it's pretty big hero nowadays. You can pick it with a lot of mass ults, but you can't use it like main carry like in the version before. This version has a lot of changes, and we will see a lot of new heroes and picks like Obsidian Destroyer, maybe Treant, I don't know. You saw these changes with Necrolite. It's will be a little different Dota, and I hope Magnus will become an CM as fast as he can, so he can just jump in and ulti in 5 enemies like in the American movie. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Die Hard Magnus Revenge Part 2.
Okay, fair enough. Now, obviously, you've got some stiff competition in this tournament. Who do you think your biggest rivals are in the Premier League?
What? Again?
Well, you've got some tough opponents in the Premier League. Who do you think are going to be the hardest for you to beat?
I don't know. The main opponents is just us. We can win every team, I guess, and lose every team, no matter how bad they are. It's all about our faults. If we play perfectly, we can win every team. It's always was like that. It's not about enemies who playing versus you. It's about enemies inside you. So,
Okay, fair enough. So you think it's mostly down to you guys not making mistakes, and if you think if you play well, you'll carry it through pretty easily.
yep.
All right. Well, Santa. One last question before we go. Which is your favorite hero?
Windrunner, of course. I like this red-headed girl.
Windrunner, fair enough, literally. Alright, well, thanks for coming on. Great showing tonight. I know there was a few sloppy things in the last match, but it was a very entertaining game all round anyway. And good luck in the rest of the tournament. I guess we'll see you next week.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Good luck to you too.
Alright,
Bye-bye.
see you later, Santa. Alright, guys, well, that was our interview concluded. That was Santa from Virtus.Pro. Quite a passionate guy indeed. I know some people are already commenting on his comments about League of Legends. And that, well, you know what? You ask a question, you've got to be prepared for the answer as it comes.